Hello students, welcome to underground metalliferous mining classes. This is our second session of Unit 2. In today's session, we are going to learn about blown out shots and how to deal with the shots after misfire. The previous session, we had covered the common causes of accidents from explosives, and we have seen what is misfire, the reasons of misfire, the causes of misfire, right? And this session, let's know about blown out shots. When the shot is fired, the explosive is thrown out of the shot's hole without doing any useful work. It is known as blown out shot. The blown out shot may be under the following condition: the adjacent hole has overblasted and the explosive of the adjacent hole is released. The stemming of the shot hole is not made up to the mouth. The stemming material is used. Hole is not sufficient. The shot hole is loosely stemmed. Here, the blown out shot, it means the explosive which has been charged in the blast hole, it has not been effectively utilized because of not stemming the hole or because of drilling the adjacent hole very nearer to this hole has caused the explosive to overblast it. Due to that reason, this explosive has overthrown out instead of creating a crater or spreading this energy for the blast of this particular rock. This explosion has just busted out, creating a small cracks at the outer layer. This is called as blown out shot. These are caused due to drilling the hole very nearer to this hole. The stemming is not been done till the mouth of the hole. The stemming is not sufficient, stemming is insufficient if it is loosely stemmed. In such cases, these explosives are ejected out without doing any useful work. We call it as misfire shot or blown out shot, sorry. The holes are drilled at proper spacing in proper directions so that there is no overblasting. We knew that burden and spacing should be at the proper distance to avoid such blown out shots. Dealing of shot after misfire. In this topic, let's see what we have to do once we find a misfire in the shot. As per the requirements of regulations, the necessary steps are to be taken in the case of any misfire. The steps taken are summarized here. The number of shots exploded are counted unless the shots are fired electrically. Unless all shots are exploded, no person shall be allowed in the blast sites. In case of misfire entries to the place of blasting are fenced and access is stopped. The work of the dealing with misfire will only be carried at the place. In open cast working, the misfire is marked by a red flag round the hole. The second charge of explosive is not placed in the same hole of misfire. The misfire shot containing detonator, leads and fuse are attached by a distinctive mark or a zinc tape for its location hole of misfire. In case of defective cable connections, the same is corrected and the shot is fired. The relieving hole is drilled at 30 cm distance to the misfire shot, the same direction and parallel. If the hole is here, it has to be the adjacent hole. If this hole is misfired, the adjacent hole at 30 centimeters to be drilled and then charged and blasted, so that this misfired hole could be blasted, not in the same hole. It has to be drilled at 30 centimeter distance from this hole. The relieving holes is charged and fired. The material blasted is carefully searched for unblasted cartridges, detonators of misfired hole. The search is made by hand only. If unblasted cartridges of explosives and detonators are not recovered, the lumps and fines of dust are loaded in a separate tubs. These tubs are marked as danger. The material is brought to the surface for further search. The material is carefully searched at separate site for cartridges and detonator after emptying the tub on ground. If the cartridges and detonator is still not recovered, the material is put in pit and covered. If such misfire shots cannot be relieved, see, once the hole is misfired, if such misfire shot, if it is cannot be relieved, will be securely plugged by wooden plug. And there is a other sentence where this sentence says materials carefully searched. We were speaking about recovered material. For example, we said the holes, we have drilled adjacent hole at 3 centimeters, we have blasted it. Again we are taking all the blasted materials, we are searching for a unblasted explosives in such materials. If we are unable to find, then we are placing it into a tubs and marking it as a danger and bringing it to the surface. Again we are going to search it by emptying into the ground. And still we are unable to find, then what we do is we dig a pit. We dig the pit and place all this what you call it as blasted materials inside the pit, cover it. This up, and in case the misfire shot, if it is unable to get relieved, in such cases it has to be plugged by wooden plug and it should be dated and signed. Is the relieving hole fails, the blast in such cases, the second relieving hole will be made and blasted, as we have seen earlier. If the misfire hole cannot be dealt in the shift, the shot firer will give charge of misfire hole to the blaster. At the end of the shift, the shot firer shall record all the misfire holes with their place of location in bound page book kept for such purposes. He will also record the steps taken to deal with such misfire that has occurred in his shift. He will sign the report recorded by him. Let's see a general drilling and charging operations, and let's know how to deal with such misfire after it has been blasted. See, these are the holes drilled, the explosive, explosives and detonator along with the detonating fuse is to be connected to the explosives. Is a general charging practice what I am going to show it here. See, in general, in this way we connect the detonators to the explosive, as we have seen in the previous unit, the similar way. But dealing with the misfire shot, why we are going with this video is to know how to deal with the misfire shot. We have to search for this explosive material to be blasted material, as well as this detonator fuse blasted. If we are able to find it, then yes, we have recovered the hole, I mean the misfired hole or a blown out shot hole. In case of we are unable to find this, then the procedure starts. First we have to recover this. If you are able to recover, okay. If you are unable to recover, you have to drill adjacent hole. Drill, if this is the hole, you can see it here. you have to drill an adjacent hole here at 30 centimeters from this hole. Once you drill, after drilling, you have to charge the hole and blast it. After blasting, you have to search for any such blasted materials of this explosive or the same. Here what he shows, this detonative fuse or detonator as a blasted materials there. If you are unable to find, you have to bring it up, fill this materials, blasted materials, transport the same, mark it as a danger and transport it to the surface. In surface again you have to search for such blasted material, this blasted explosives or the detonators in the materials what you have seen here, materials. If you are unable to find still, you have to dig a pit, fill this materials and cover it. You can see the holes here, right? If any such hole, if it is not blasted, if it is of misfire, if you are able to find it is a misfired hole, then from here it has to be drilled at 30 centimeters. Okay, let me take any hole. If this 30 centimeter from here, again you have to mark and drill it here and drill at parallel to this hole. Once you have drilled, charge it and blast it. Then the other operations remain same. This is a wooden block, right? Okay, next slide. Okay, our next topic will be short firing tools. You see the wooden block right now. Same. The following is the list of tools used by the short firer under the regulation. First, in case of coal mines, we'll have flame safety lamp. In case of other than coal mines, we'll just have a electric lamp or torch with red plastic cover to be used during the blasting operation. Stopwatch, flame safety lamp, wooden stemming rod which is 1.5 meters long and 254 mm dia. You have seen the stemming rod just now in our previous slide. Let me show you the stemming rod. Can you see the stemming rod here? This is a stemming rod as we have discussed. Same stemming rod I am speaking about. Scraper, crack detector, pricker made of wood used in case of fuse blasting, sharp knife and crimper. In addition to the above, he carries with him the blasting cable and always retain exploder's key and handle with him. We have seen the exploder will have a key and a handle. In case of dynamo exploder, it has a handle. In general, other electrical exploder, it has a key, right? See, these are the pictures of headlamp with red cap on it. This is the stopwatch, wooden block, flame safety lamp, pricker. But this pricker has to be in wooden, not a metal form. Safety fuse are the pricker. This to be a wooden. Crimper, you can see a crimper here, and sharp knife. These are the cracks you have seen here, right? There should be a crack detector to be placed and to detect what are the cracks. Okay, let's go for MCQs of the day. What kind of tamping or short firing tools are prohibited in the mines? Is it stopwatch, wooden stemming rod, scraper, metal or metal clad? Its answer is metal or metal clad. Reason is any metal which produces spark is been prohibited for such short firing tools. We should not use any tools which produces spark. That such tools have been prohibited. After the holes have been charged, what should be done with surplus explosives? Option 1, they should be left over in the same place. 2, they should be removed from the place to be blasted. Option 3, they should be removed from the place to be blasted and out of the line of fire. The answer is they should be removed from the place of blasting and out of line of fire. May the electrical equipment be operated in the face area while blasting holes are being charged? No, it cannot be operated during the blasting operation, during the charging of the blast holes. How should warning be given when shots are about to be fired? By option 1, by distinct shouting, fire in the hole for 1 time. Option 2, by distinct shouting, fire in the hole for 3 times before the miners have withdrawn from the area where blasting will occur. Option 3, by distinctly shouting, fire in the hole for 3 times after the miners have withdrawn from the area where blasting will occur. Option 4, by distinctly shouting, fire in the hole for 2 times after the miners have withdrawn from the area where the blasting will occur. The correct answer is option 3, by distinctly shouting, fire in the hole for 3 times after the miners have withdrawn from the area where the blasting will occur. Thank you. Let's meet in a next session.